Channel 5 at 4.
Many nations have voiced a commitment to peace and security, and now they must demonstrate that commitment to peace and security in the only effective way, by supporting the immediate and unconditional disarmament of Saddam Hussein.
The president says today is the moment of truth for the UN, his strongest indication yet that war may be just a few days away. You probably heard Bill Plant report outside the White House that the president may be addressing the nation as early as tonight. Welcome back to the second hour of the early show. I am Julie Chen in Doha, Qatar, where some of the military's top strategists are getting ready for war. Meantime, life goes on for the locals here. In just a bit, I'll show you what life is like for the local citizens of Qatar, suddenly in the global spotlight. My colleagues are back in our New York studio. Harry Smith, Hannah Storm, Renee Seiler. Good morning.
Morning, Julie.
Hey, Julie, what's the atmosphere there, given the events of the last 24 hours or so?
You know, it's strange because we are somewhat isolated being in a hotel where we're surrounded by media. We are in the frame of mind that we are getting ready to cover this war, and actually coming into contact with Qataris is rare because we are surrounded by people in the service industry who are from neighboring countries, from Pakistan, from India, from the Philippines. So if you look at the headlines, it basically tells you that they are possibly getting ready for war as well. And we will have more on that in just a bit. But I'm going to send it back to you in New York.
All right, Julie, we'll check in with you later. Also this hour, our Steve Hartman will have another edition of Everybody Has a Story. This time he introduces us to a Florida woman whose job is a challenge, and she loves it.
Plus, it's getting close to Oscar time. The Hours is in the running for several Academy Awards, including Best Picture and Best Actress. We're going to ask our Box Office Plus team if it's Nicole Kidman's time and handicap all the big races.
And we'll talk with best-selling author Jeffrey Deaver about his new Lincoln Rhyme mystery called The Vanished Man. First, though, a check of the news. The latest sign that war is imminent. The U.S. has advised the UN to pull its arms inspectors out of Iraq. The inspectors continued their work this morning. The spokesperson says the order to evacuate could come later today, depending upon events at the UN. President Bush has given the UN until the end of today to agree to disarm Iraq. CBS News correspondent Bill Plant is at the White House. Good morning, Bill.
Good morning to you, Renee. The U.S. and Britain will keep talking in the UN Security Council today, but if it looks like that resolution won't pass, then they'll probably withdraw it. It'll never be voted on. Either way, as the president put it yesterday, this is it.
Tomorrow is the day that we will determine whether or not diplomacy can work. We'll be working the phones and talking to our partners and talking to those who may not clearly understand the objective. And we'll see how it goes tomorrow.
During the brief summit meeting in the Azores, President Bush and the prime ministers of Britain and Spain agreed to bring the diplomatic process to an end if today's final appeal fails.
So now we have reached the point of decision. And we make a final appeal for there to be that strong, unified message on behalf of the international community.
But there is little hope now that war can be avoided. The Allies made a point of pledging to help build a new Iraq if there is a war, and they said that any military presence would be temporary. If there is no vote today in the Security Council, despite Mr. Bush's promise to call for one, he blames France.
They said they're going to veto anything that held Saddam to account. So cards have been played.
And the president will play his cards once the final decision is made in the UN. That could come tonight, could come tomorrow, but as early as this evening, the president could tell the nation that he's giving Saddam Hussein a final ultimatum.
Bill Plant at the White House, thanks. The FBI is reportedly mobilizing thousands of agents to protect against terrorism in the event the U.S. invades Iraq. The Washington Post reports suspected militants in this country would be monitored or arrested. Some 11,000 Iraqis living here would be interviewed, and many of the agency's criminal surveillance operations would be suspended. In Kuwait, on this one day anyway, a weapon of war might be a shillelagh. With clumps of shamrocks in the berets, Britain's Irish Guard marched to the wail of bagpipes. The Irish Guards are presented with a shamrock on every St. Patrick's Day, a tradition that dates back a century. In Utah, formal charges are expected today in the Elizabeth Smart kidnapping case. CBS News correspondent John Blackstone is in Salt Lake with more. Good morning, John.
Good morning, Renee. Yes, well, later today we expect to see Brian Mitchell, the man accused of abducting Elizabeth Smart, in court to face kidnapping charges. Late yesterday, Mitchell made a startling statement through his attorney.
He wanted me to tell the world that she is his wife. He still loves her and knows that she still loves him.
As family members went to church yesterday, they said Elizabeth is trying very much to look toward the future.
She's not looking back. You know, this is a hard road ahead, but she's on the road.
She has started to play the harp again and is dreaming of going to music school.
She's back at the harp. She says she's a little bit rusty, is trying to get back to her old self.
Police have interviewed Elizabeth about her 9 months with Brian Mitchell. Mitchell wrote that God had told him to take 7 new wives. Elizabeth was apparently the first.
We would like very much to see Brian get the help that he needs, but also be put away forever.
Family members say Elizabeth did what was necessary to survive during her captivity. The family is now trying to get out of the spotlight to give Elizabeth some semblance of normal life. Renee?
All right, John Blackstone in Salt Lake, thanks. Here now is Bob Schieffer with a preview of tonight's CBS Evening News.
World opinion is split over war with Iraq, but tonight you'll meet one U.S. Marine who's willing to die for this country, and he isn't even American. Tonight's CBS Evening News.
Checking the nation's weather, heavy snow and gusty winds will develop across the Rockies and neighboring mountain ranges. Blizzard conditions are expected tonight. Here now is an early look at what's going on.
Well, weather-wise, got a few showers going on this morning down north south. A lot of you will be dry through the morning hours with the exception of some of the southern counties. And then this afternoon, highs in the mid-60s. Some of the southern counties only in the lower 60s. The northern counties may be upper 60s. Thunderstorms are in for Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. About 67 for tomorrow, 73 on Wednesday, 70 on Thursday. And then for now, we'll go partly cloudy on Saturday and Sunday, 61 Saturday, 59 on Sunday.
Now here's Hannah with our Everybody Has a Story.
Well, when his dart landed in Naples, Florida a few weeks ago, our Steve Hartman knew he would enjoy the weather, but thought he might have some trouble finding an interesting story. But in a city full of people taking it easy, he found an energetic young person working hard to make a difference.
Florida! Your next stop is Naples, Florida.
There's a reason MTV never comes to Naples. The same reason I was worried that fishing for stories here would be about as exciting as fishing for fish.
How much you want to bet there's a retired couple from Jersey in our future?
Fortunately, Nostradamus, I'm not.
Okay, the last name is Waugh.
Well, I just moved here from Delaware.
You just moved here from Delaware. Well, I was off by a state.
And a lifetime. Married just
3 months.
30-year-old Carrie Waugh and her brand new husband Michael moved here more or less on a whim.
When he said Florida, it was like, yeah, okay, no problem.
We love the sunshine, you know, just start over again.
Of course, visiting a resort area is nothing like living in one. Carrie says sometimes the only touristy thing she does all week is laundry, and her job is definitely not a day at the beach. Carrie works an hour outside Naples in the very poor, mostly migrant town of Immokalee. She works at a grade school with a reputation.
Pinecrest Elementary ranks academically as one of the worst in the state. Administrators say that, combined with the national teacher shortage, makes it darn near impossible to land qualified faculty. They say sometimes they'll have to bring in 10 candidates before finally finding one who sees this place not for all its potential headaches, just all its potential.
Very nice job.
Meet the new 5th grade teacher, here to help bring back this school.
I mean, how can anybody not want to do that? 1/4 is equal to how many percent?
It is a momentous undertaking.
Not $1.
Many students at Pinecrest come and go with the harvest.
So 5 months out of the year is all we expect for some of our students to be here.
Jerry Primus is Carrie's boss.
You're going to have to be a very hardworking, dedicated teacher to meet their needs.
Let's go.
Patience helps too.
Michael Garza, not right now. Michael Garza is the biggest thorn in my side, but I love that kid. Hey.
Michael Garza already has a bachelor's degree in mischief with a minor in covert snacking. Carrie says he's smart. He just likes to hide that too.
You're thinking, God, this kid hasn't gotten anything from me.
But she says just recently, Michael wrote a stunning full-page English essay, an encyclopedia compared to prior efforts.
You know, somebody builds a house, like I made that, you know, I did this, you know.
And Carrie says it's those little milestones that make this less desirable school so desirable to her. She says when you get to see that light bulb go off in a struggling student, nothing can outshine it. And you thought the sunsets were spectacular. Whenever you're ready.
All right, Francisco, am I aiming right?
No. You're doing good. Oh, Nevada! That was a good throw.
And the next stop is Mineral County, Nevada.
Until then, for the early show, I'm Steve Hartman in Naples, Florida.
And coming up next on the early show, our Oscar preview. Will Gangs of New York do well? Will Martin Scorsese finally get that statue? We're going to ask our Box Office Plus team. They'll debate when we come back.
This Everybody Has a Story segment sponsored by Swiffer. Stop cleaning. Start Swiffering.
Why use dirty water to clean your floor? Why clean up after cleaning up? Get the Swiffer Wet Jet Power Mop, the only ready-to-use mopping system with a super absorbent lock-away core and a jet action sprayer to power through tough messes on your entire floor. Why do dogs always walk across clean floors? Stop cleaning. Start Swiffering. Now available in a new antibacterial solution.
This is no place for a bandage. Till now. From Band-Aid brand comes the Liquid Bandage, an instant waterproof seal that stays on anywhere, which helps every cut heal fast. Liquid Bandage from Band-Aid brand.
Know what can give our age away as much as wrinkles? Loss of firmness. Neutrogena Visibly Firm, the only moisturizer that replenishes copper, the collagen-building mineral essential for firm skin. Want to be firmer here, here, here? I do. Neutrogena Visibly Firm.
Do your eyes itch? Or water? Are they red or swollen? You've got allergy eyes. Eyes that may need a prescription medicine. Patanol. Patanol gives you fast, effective relief from all your eye allergy symptoms. Just one drop twice a day. There's a low incidence of headache, burning, or stinging. Wait 10 minutes before putting in your contacts. So what are you waiting for? Ask your doctor about Patanol. Relief is in sight.
Realtors help you buy and sell real estate, but helping build communities is what they do best. Like Oralee Brown from California. 15 years ago, she made a promise and kept it.
I told them to just stay in school, and I would pay their way to college.
Across the country, realtors are making their communities a better place to live. That includes Charlie Ockler, who volunteers as a basketball coach. Realtors adhere to a code of ethics. It's these values that help them live up to an even higher standard.
The scandal.
The truth is, you can't stop wanting me.
The crime.
I don't care what he felt. He violated me.
The accused.
I'm being railroaded, and this whole town is driving the train.
And now the blackmail.
This tape shows that we were lovers. If you take this to trial, this will become Exhibit A.
As the world turns on CBS, the #1 daytime network.
Clara and David Harris had the picture-perfect life. Two successful dentists raising a family until his constant cheating pushed her too far.
She ran over him 3 times.
The jury said it was murder and gave her 20 years. But was it really a crime of passion?
She has to have completely lost her mind to have done that.
Hear the evidence and decide for yourself if the punishment fits the crime.
There was not an intention to kill David.
She could have taken everything he had, but she didn't have the right to take his life.
On the next Montel.
Monday at 9 a.m. on News Channel 5.
The week is off to a great start for Oscar host Steve Martin and Best Supporting Actress nominee Queen Latifah. According to Hollywood.com, their movie Bringing Down the House topped the box office for a second weekend, taking in more than $22 million. These guys are shaking their heads. Agent Cody Banks debuted in second, earning $15 million, while The Hunted was third at $13.5 million, taking in this weekend. The Academy Awards are less than a week away, so who's going to win? Our Lori Hibbard and Jess Cagle are here with their opinions. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Neither of you a fan of this Steve Martin movie.
No, I actually liked it, but Lori really hated it.
Excuse me, let me just say that I said to Jess, did you like Bring Down the House? And he looked at me and went, and now he's on the air going, oh no, I liked it.
Well, let's get down to business here. And so let's start at the top with Best Picture. What do you think should be Best Picture?
Chicago in a Walk. I mean, everybody loves. We both agree on this one, oddly enough. And it's a picture everybody loves. The critics love it. The fans love it. People who don't even like musicals love this movie.
And a fantastic accomplishment in that it has really revived the movie musical more than Moulin Rouge did, even.
And do you think people will actually start making movie musicals now? I mean, like this? I mean,
they're going to try. I mean, I think we're in for a long haul with this one. But yeah, they're going to make some more.
All right. Well, let's move on to some other maybe more controversial categories. Let's go to Best Actor. Who do you like for Best Actor?
Well, I think who will win is Daniel Day-Lewis. He's got the mo, as we say right now. It's a very flashy role, and I guess you agree as well.
Daniel Day-Lewis, also because he won the SAG award a couple of weeks ago.
But who do you think deserves it?
I think Adrian Brody. I mean, he really, in The Pianist, he really dug deep for that role. More than any other name on that list, I think he really had to reach.
And who do you think deserves it?
I think Jack Nicholson deserves it. There's been a backlash against that performance, but I thought he was really good. It was one of the best of his career.
Because he didn't clown around?
Yeah, he played a real character. I thought it was very rich.
All right, let's go to Best Actress. Maybe we'll get some controversy here.
Lori's going to
I'm holding back because apparently I'm a little too vocal in these. But.
No, you can't be vocal enough in these. Best Actress, Lori.
Nicole Kidman by a nose. Ah ha ha ha.
Ah ha ha.
Oh, for heaven's sake.
I think so. It's the kind of performance the Academy loves. It's very prestigious, very showy, great movie. I think that.
I thought Nicole would win, and by the way, none of these nominees I would begrudge an Oscar to. It's been a great year for movies, but I think that since Renee Zellweger did get the actors vote a couple of weeks ago, that she's actually going to get it for Chicago.
You know, just maybe you should just like jump out of the box and maybe not go with what the actors are saying.
This is just my prediction.
Well, what is your favorite?
This is my
prediction. Your favorite performance?
The one who really deserves Best Actress is Diane Lane. That was
a great performance.
That was a great performance. It was really out there, but it came out too long ago. The movie wasn't all that popular, so.
I thought Nicole Kidman was especially impressive.
Yeah, I did too.
Yeah. All right, let's go to, what is it? Best Supporting Actress.
Lori?
Catherine Zeta-Jones. If you're going to go for the flashier role, do it in the supporting category. She did the splits in that opening number, and she had given birth to a baby 6 months earlier. I mean, on that alone, you have to give it to her.
No, guys, couldn't you have gotten together to fight about or at least switch your picks around?
I think she deserves it as well. There's two. There's who you think's going to win and who you think deserves to win, and you don't think she deserves to win.
No, Meryl Streep. I'm glad that Catherine Zeta-Jones is actually going to get the award, and I think she will. But Meryl Streep in Adaptation, a movie that was not that popular with the Academy, but an amazing performance in that.
Yeah, really terrific. All right, Best Supporting Actor. I have real strong opinions about this. Who do you think?
I think Ed Harris, not just for the performance he had in The Hours, but for body of work, and for the fact he's been nominated 3 other times and has never won. I think the Academy feels like he's due, and it was a fantastic performance.
Christopher Walken.
Really?
He's going to win because he has sentiment on his side. He's very, very well liked. Sometime along the way, this guy who has played weirdos his entire career became this institution within Hollywood. So I think that he's going to win. But Chris Cooper from Adaptation, he's the one who should get it.
All right, 30 seconds left. Best Director, Lori.
Rob Marshall. Got to give it to him. I mean, he went out on a limb. He cast these people that nobody would have thought would be in a musical. He put it together, and he made it work.
I think Rob Marshall as well. But you know what? Martin Scorsese is... I think that there's still a chance that Scorsese could get it because he hasn't ever won.
Who do you think should get it?
Rob Marshall.
Okay.
Definitely.
Yeah.
But you know what? We were talking before. We're never right. Both of us. We never win the office pool.
Lori's never right.
We gotta go. Popular mystery writer Jeffrey Deaver is going to be here, plus the latest of the Star Search finalists. Boy, can this girl sing. You're watching The Early Show on CBS.
This Box Office Plus segment sponsored by Singulair. Talk to your doctor about Singulair.
That was great, Mom. I saw 5 snakes. I got a fish. Where you wanna go, do what you wanna
Now there's a new and different way to treat seasonal allergies. Singulair, the only seasonal allergy medicine that specifically blocks leukotrienes, an underlying cause of allergy symptoms. It's a once-a-day chewable tablet that helps relieve a broad range of symptoms for a full 24 hours. It's available for children as young as 2. Side effects are generally mild and vary by age and may include headache, ear infection, sore throat, and upper respiratory infection. Ask your child's doctor about Singulair. Singulair, a different way to treat seasonal allergies.
Swimming, we went canoeing, we did all kinds of fun stuff.
These are the final days of the great shopping spree at JCPenney. Hurry in for 30% savings store-wide, plus extra savings on sale prices and clearance items. It's every girl's idea of fun.
It's all inside.
JCPenney.
Mom, this chicken's the best. My mouth said wow, but my head said how?
New one-step seasonings. In less than 30 minutes, one step turns 3 ingredients into something amazing. It's new from McCormick, the taste you trust.
I'll get this. Getting a really low rate on this card.
Well, I hope it's a low fixed rate, like my Capital One no hassle card.
Low and fixed? So what's going to happen to my rate?
Get the Capital One no hassle card for the nation's lowest fixed rates and no balance transfer fees.
What's in your wallet?
Still ahead on the early show, Qatar society is rich in tradition but willing to change. Coming up, I'll show you how the old and new worlds are coming together here in Doha. Renee?
All right, after these messages and your local news.
Tomorrow on The Early Show, we'll show you the right way to install your child's car seat. Plus, the beautiful Gwyneth Paltrow on her wacky new movie. Welcome aboard. So wake up to what's new on The Early Show.
Meow, 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 meow.
Meow, 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 meow.
Meow Mix comes in 2 varieties, original and seafood middles. Tastes so good, cats ask for it by name.
Meow, meow, meow.
Great. Now that song's going to be stuck in my head all day.
Meow.
Getting away to the country was a great idea.
Yeah, even the food tastes better.
Someone else seems to think so, too.
Country crock churn style. Now even more like fresh churned butter.
So, let's talk about your age and how it's okay to lie. Why? Because Avon's found a way to outsmart the aging process with a new Retroactive, the #1 anti-aging skin cream. 100% of the women who tested it had fewer lines, less wrinkles. Let's talk about skipping birthdays, erasing years, and being 40 but looking 30-something. Let's talk about calling your Avon lady and telling her you need the #1 anti-aging skin cream. Order a new Retroactive. Pro-use skincare that works, like subtraction.
Can you lose weight and still live your life?
No problem. Slim Fast made it very easy. I never felt deprived of anything, and I was losing weight.
Hey, we're talking choices.
Rich, creamy shakes, meal on the go bars.
Slim Fast has snack bars. You can take it anywhere.
Now let's talk taste.
Oh my gosh, the Slim Fast shakes are so delicious.
Just like a chocolate milkshake from an ice cream store. Slim Fast worked great for me.
And it just works for me.
And it felt like I was doing it the right way.
Slim Fast, it's your life. Feed it right.
What better place to test Scott Choose a Size towels than here? They need help.
Choose a Size lets you use just what you need. A big towel for Charlie's chili.
Cool, wiping 101.
Or a little one for Polly's pesto.
A+.
So big or small, Scott has just what your recipe calls for.
Scott Choose a Size towels. Common sense on a roll.
You guys should just make sandwiches.
That's me with his whole family.
So you on a farm?
Yeah, imagine with my allergies.
This is Trisha.
Now there's a new and different way to treat seasonal allergies. Singulair, the only seasonal allergy medicine that specifically blocks leukotrienes, an underlying cause of allergy symptoms. It's a once-a-day tablet that helps relieve a broad range of symptoms for a full 24 hours.
Yeah, quite a bit.
Side effects are generally mild and vary by age and may include headache, ear infection, sore throat, and upper respiratory infection. Ask your doctor about Singulair.
Morning.
Good morning.
Ready to go for a tractor ride?
You know, I think I did just fine.
Singulair, a different way to treat seasonal allergies.
From your news and information leader. This is News Channel 5 This Morning.
Good morning, everybody. The time right now is 8:25. Your news is coming up in just a moment, but first let's get a check of the forecast with meteorologist Leland Statham.
Thank you, Kristen. On the weather front right now, we do have some of the rain showers in parts of the area. Take a look at Storm Target 5. That activity has been slowly working northward over some of the southern counties this morning. Satellite and radar together over the past several hours. See that swirl? That's an area of low pressure moving northward. Will weaken a little bit, but enough to give us that rain chance. For today, 65 degrees. Some of the southern counties a little cooler. Some of the northern counties, since your chances for rain are a bit less, you may be near 70 this afternoon. 53 for tonight. Tomorrow, thunderstorms are in, and we've got a thunderstorm chance in for Wednesday and for Thursday also. 73 on Wednesday, 70 on Thursday. Some heavier rain possible in the middle of the week. For now, we'll go 61 and 59 for Saturday and Sunday and say partly cloudy for the weekend ahead. But right now, as you saw last week, we're in an unstable pattern, so what looks good right now for the weekend could change by the time we get toward the middle of the week. Right now, let's get an update on traffic from Brian.
Well, thank you so much, sir. And as we take a look here, T-Dot on the scene of an accident, 24 eastbound at I-40 right there at the south end of the Silliman Evans Bridge. And you see this three-car pileup is causing some problems for computers in the downtown stretch. 65 southbound before Long Hollow Pike, a four-car pileup there on the north side of town. 24 eastbound after Whites Creek Pike, a collision 40 westbound at Fessler's Lane, an accident as well. So plenty of activity out there on the roads. Be careful. I'm Brian Fortenberry, News Channel 5 Traffic. Kristen will be back with more after this.
For the life of our community.
Sometimes it's easy to forget that medicine is more than technology and special skills. Good medicine is people. People helping other people. At Williamson Medical Center, every member of our family is dedicated to the health of you and your family.
Williamson Medical Center, we're always here for you.
Lee Company, for your heating, cooling, electrical, and plumbing needs. Receive a free fall tune-up when scheduling your $79 spring tune-up. Take comfort with Lee.
Welcome back, everybody. Topping news this morning, authorities are investigating a fire at a Laverne business overnight. It happened at a construction business on Highway 41 just after 4 o'clock this morning. Now, police believe someone broke into the office and tried to take several items. But a fire at a building next door may have spooked those burglars. 2 people are now in custody. No word on whether they're suspects or witnesses to the fire and burglary. And Rutherford County authorities are also looking for answers this morning after a man was hit by a train overnight. The accident happened off Deer Drive at 11:30 last night, and the victim was airlifted to Vanderbilt Medical Center, where he was pronounced dead. The man was hit on tracks right behind a neighborhood, and police are hoping someone will be able to tell them what the man was doing on the tracks in the first place and help them identify that victim. Well, authorities believe they found the body of 10-year-old Emmett Ferguson. He's the boy who was swept away by floodwaters last month in Giles County. You may remember Ferguson and his 7-year-old sister Eliza drowned when their aunt attempted to drive across a flooded road. Authorities say 2 men fishing near a dock on the Elk River in Athens, Alabama, found a body last night. Well, that's our time for now. There's still much more ahead on the early show. We'll see you at 8:55.
How does Rhodes make furniture buying better? Let us count the ways. We start with extra savings that keep on growing. And what could be better than buying today without paying till 2005? No down payment, no monthly payment, and no interest. Buy more, save more, without a penny to pay till 2005. 2 more reasons it's way better to buy at Rhodes.
The kitchen's really cooking during Copeland's Fresh Seafood Festival. It's the freshest seafood with a shot of New Orleans attitude. The Fresh Seafood Festival, only at Copeland.
Talk of the Town celebrates St. Patrick's Day with music and the recipe for Irish soda bread.
Hi, Ray Romano here at beautiful Pebble Beach. We're playing a golf tournament, and I like to wake up to what's new on the early show. How was that? What's up?
Thanks, Ray. There he is, sticking it up, playing golf, what he loves to do. You can see more of Ray Romano tonight, of course, on CBS. Happy St. Patrick's Day to all of you. Sorry the wearing of the green escaped us. I think you have a little green stripe in your tie.
Yeah.
There you go. But happy St. Patty's Day nonetheless, and welcome back to our show. In this half hour, we're going to talk with a young performer who fought off some amazing competition to become a Star Search finalist. That's always the best, the young singer category, and she's great.
And we're going to take the stress out of planning play dates for kids with ideas that can make the get-togethers fun and organized.
Plus, popular writer Jeffrey Deaver mixes mystery and magic in his latest novel called A Vanished Man. But first, this.
This weather report, sponsored by Ethan Allen. We make decorating fun and easy.
All right, the weather one more time for the nation. Blizzard conditions will develop later today across the Rockies and other nearby mountain ranges, resulting in some hazardous traveling conditions. Here now is an early look at what's going on in your area.
Well, weather-wise, got a few showers going on this morning down north south. A lot of you will be dry through the morning hours with the exception of some of the southern counties. And then this afternoon, highs in the mid-60s. Some of the southern counties only in the lower 60s. The northern counties maybe upper 60s. Thunderstorms are in for Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. About 67 for tomorrow, 73 on Wednesday, 70 on Thursday. And then for now, we'll go partly cloudy on Saturday and Sunday, 61 Saturday, 59 on Sunday.
This could be a group segment, but coming up next, your child's play dates, and we're going to try and help you make them as good as they should be.
No biting. That's bad.
Don't overstay your welcome, okay? And we're off to the races, the camel races. Take a look at that. Julie Chen shows us some of the fun and games in Qatar. We're back in just a minute. Don't try that on a play date.
Yeah.
You work on it.
You think on it.
You play on it.
It was kind of like this dream I'd always had.
Spend all day on it.
Getting into something.
Chill on
Talk on it.
Homework on
Relax on it.
It's really warm. It's comforting. You entertain
You use it.
Pass the time. Contemplate things.
Snooze.
Watch TV.
Rest on it. Romance. Drift away.
Think.
Being able to be there for hours.
You spend your life on it. Shouldn't it be the furniture you've always wanted?
Ethan Allen.
Furniture built for your life.
At a price you can actually live with.
Whiskas knows how to get your cat's attention. Whiskas Tender Bites, tiny morsels lightly coated in gravy. They're the smaller bites with a big taste. Tender Bites from Whiskas.
New Lemon Twist V8 juice has a refreshing squeeze of lemon. It's another way to get your full serving of vegetables. Sometimes it's the only way. New Lemon Twist V8.
This perfect parenting segment sponsored by light, refreshing Lemon Twist V8 juice. A new way to drink smarter.
When you set up a play date for your child, you want it to be fun and not stressful. So, to help you make sure your expectations are met, Child Magazine's editor-in-chief, Miriam Arend, is here with some advice. Good morning and welcome back.
Thank you.
Now let's go right to the top. You have 3 main tips for handling play dates. First, you say, keep your child's needs in mind. Now, what does that mean?
Keep in mind their age and their personality. If your child is 2 or 3 years old and going to daycare or preschool, and then in the morning and then in the afternoon you're planning a play date every day, it's going to be too much for them. They're going to be overwhelmed. So don't expect that every minute has to be structured for your child. Also, children are different. Some children are very social, very active, and some really need to just have some quiet time, and that's perfectly okay. So don't overschedule them.
All right. Second, don't project your needs. What does that mean?
Well, one of the things that we're seeing happening is that parents are becoming more concerned with their children's social lives than their own. They want their child to prove that they're popular almost. So they really feel, oh, my child has so many play dates, has such a busy schedule. And it's really a point of boasting for them. Don't do that. Don't make your child prove anything to you. And also, some people look to play dates as a way for themselves to socialize. So maybe a mother's at home and she's kind of bored, so she makes lots of play dates so that she'll have other mothers to talk to. And, you know, that may work or it may not work.
Right. Now, the third most important piece of advice is you say, keep it fun. And shouldn't that actually really be the overriding concern here?
That is the goal. That is absolutely the goal.
They are play dates.
That's right. And so there are definitely things that you can do to keep in mind to make sure that it is fun. You know, you want some structure, but you also want to let your kids have a good time. There are things that you can keep at home to make sure that play dates are fun. There's Play-Doh, there's baking, having some frozen cookie dough and letting children just shape them. Think of non-competitive activities that kids can do. Don't right away put them in a board game where they're going to fight. And there are ways, you know, if your child happens to love certain games or toys and won't want to share, put them on top of the closet before the other child comes. So think ahead so that it will be a fun time.
The big question comes, should I stay or should I go?
Right. Well, it depends a lot, again, on your child and the age of your child. If your child is young and new to play dates, you absolutely should stay. And if you're a working parent, then plan them for the weekends. And then once your child gets a little older, start talking to your child. You know, so-and-so called and invited you for a play date. Would you like me to stay with you, which is fine, or do you feel like you're ready to stay by yourself?
And you have to take the other parent or caregiver, you have to give them some consideration as well, right?
Well, that's right. And so, you know, find out in advance, is the babysitter or is the other parent planning to stay? And if so, you know where you stand. Also, always be sure that you talk about when your child's going to be picked up. You
Big
know,
time.
Yes, because one of the big mistakes.
The first thing Hannah says is, "Don't overstay your welcome."
Well, that's right. You know, find out, and also to make them fun. Don't give your child 5 hours at somebody else's house, or invite a child for 4 hours stay. Make them short at the beginning.
Must be shorter than that.
Yeah.
5 hours.
Make an hour.
You'd fry the kid and send them home.
An hour play date is plenty, and then as they get older, an hour and a half. So keep it. You know.
Now, what do you do if you get there and the mom's not there and the sitter is there? And you feel like, well, what's the deal? I'm here with a sitter and the kids are little, and you feel that some people feel very uncomfortable with that.
Well, assuming you're staying, is that what you mean? Well, you basically want to monitor what is going on. On the other hand, you want to give your children a little bit of freedom. So watch what the kids are doing. You may bring something to read, but you want to be there to monitor.
Here's the question. The mom leaves, the kid stays, he's misbehaving. What do you do?
Okay. Discipline is something that you don't want to sit there and actually, berate a child. But if you feel a child is really misbehaving, take them into another room. Don't embarrass them in front of, your child or anybody else, and just say, in our house, we don't really behave that way. That's not how we talk.
Right.
So can you just follow the rules of our house? Be very kind about it, but state clearly what the expectations are.
Well, go to Child Magazine to get the entire article, because there's so many other issues to talk about.
Yes, there are.
Miriam, thanks so much for being with us. Now here's Renee.
Best-selling mystery writer Jeffrey Deaver has a new whodunit for his fans. The page-turner called The Vanished Man is about a psychotic illusionist who uses his magic skills to get close to his victims. The novel is Deaver's 18th book and the 5th in his popular Lincoln Rhyme series. Jeffrey Deaver, good morning to you.
Renee, hello, how are you?
Good, good. It's interesting because you open this whole new world up. It's a world of magic and illusion to your fans. Tell us about the book.
Well, I write roller coasters. For your viewers who aren't too familiar with the books, they take place over maybe 48 hours, lots of twists and turns and surprises, and my goal is to grab a reader by the lapels in the opening scene and drag them kicking and screaming through the book until the very end. And I look for ideas that will let me do that. And a few years ago, I went to a performance of the wonderful show, the Big Apple Circus, that you might be familiar with, and I saw a quick change act. A couple would, within 3 seconds, become two entirely different people. And I thought, no, there's an idea for you. A killer who can use sleight of hand, illusion, magic to become a serial killer, a ruthless robber, who knows what he could do. And over the course of about 2 years, I turned that idea into The Vanished Man.
Yeah, exactly. But Lincoln Rhyme is a quadriplegic, but he's very good at solving these crimes. How does he do it? Are his other senses heightened because he can't move?
When I came up with the idea for The Bone Collector about 6 years or so ago, I wanted to create a unique hero. We've all seen the wisecracking private eye, and we've seen the feisty young amateur detective, and then the down on his heels cop who's having a rough time with his home life. Well, we've seen plenty of that. And I've written those characters myself. I'm not putting them down, of course, but I wanted to do something unique. I wanted to create a new Sherlock Holmes, somebody who was essentially his mind before he was his body, somebody who could combat a killer like the mad illusionist in this book and match wits with him. And I thought readers would respond to that better. You see, violence is not suspense. Suspense is in our minds. It's psychological. There are relatively few people killed in my books, but there's the illusion, so to speak, that they are going to be killed. And that's what Lincoln Rhyme does. He matches wits with his villains.
You're very prolific, though. I mean, this is your 18th novel and your 5th in this series. But you also got Amanda Sachs helps Lincoln Rhymes out in this. That's his assistant and his girlfriend.
Yes, it's very important because, as I say, Lincoln is cerebral. He is all mind. Well, Sachs is all action. She drives a '69 Camaro SS. She's a championship shooter. She does a pistol competition. And frankly, these are books about crime and violence. So we need somebody in the trenches. So she shoots and he thinks. It's a good combination.
What's the future of their relationship?
Oh, I get that question all the time. Well, you know, it's funny. I include what I call, with a great deal of endearment, the soap opera aspect of the book, because, you know, violence adds a certain level of tension to the book, but frankly, what are we more moved by? We're moved by the relationship questions, either among lovers, spouses, family, brothers, sisters, and so forth. So I work very hard to include subplots that threaten my characters with regard to their relationships and so forth. So I'm always reluctant to give too much away, but I will say the relationship will continue realistically, but I'm also not a dummy. I know people like both Sachs and Rhyme, and so we're going to see both of them for the future books.
All right, you're the one who brought up soap operas. I understand you're a big fan.
As the world turns, it is Craig and Carly and Barbara Ryan. I can't believe it. And now I'm worried about Rose and Lily. I'm very concerned about Rose. Well, I am. I'm serious about that.
Why do you like them so much?
You know, soap operas, I think, are some of the finest writing we have nowadays, largely because they realistically represent relationships. Of course, they have some crime elements, too. Frankly, I think Craig should have served a little more time than he did for a certain death a few years ago, but I'm not going to go into that at this moment. Seriously, though, I do feel that writers who look at what's in the human heart and love, a love of our romantic interest, but love of family as well, are always going to touch people. That's what Shakespeare did best.
All right, Jeffrey Deaver, thanks for coming by this morning. Good luck to you.
Renee, thank you.
To read an excerpt of The Vanished Man, log on to our website at cbsnews.com. Now here's Hannah.
Thanks, Renee. Well, the cast is all set for the Star Search Finals Wednesday on CBS. Cannot wait. Friday night semifinals, there was a 12-year-old named Molly Bouchard who made the Young Singer Finals, belting out this Barbra Streisand number. There she is, up bright and early this morning in LA. Good morning, Molly.
Good morning.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Well, what was it like for you? You didn't seem at all nervous on Friday night.
No, I normally never get nervous for some reason. I don't know why, but I just don't. And that's really helpful.
Yes, I imagine it is. Now, the last two times that you competed, you were actually tied with one of the competition. And then when the vote went to the American public, they are the ones who put you on top. Why do you think that the viewers like you so much?
I really don't know. I asked my mom that question, and she just said, "You're my daughter. I really love you."
Oh, that is so sweet. Hey, is it nervous waiting there in the commercial? You know, before Arsenio says, "Hit me with the digits"?
No, not exactly, because I just talked to the contestant who I'm running up against, so I don't exactly think about getting nervous.
Well, you've been singing a long time, I know, since you were about 2 years old. And tell us about this prestigious competition that you were in your hometown of Caribou, Maine. You were named Little Miss Potato Blossom, is that right?
Yes, yeah. I was Little Miss Potato Blossom 2000, and it's a week-long festival, and all of the towns come together, and they have a big pageant, and it's just a big celebration we have to celebrate our biggest crop, potatoes.
Hey, you know what? I'm sure Star Search is nothing after that. I know you're also a good, you're also a good baseball player, right? Don't you play on an all-boys baseball team?
Yeah.
How did that come about? What's the reaction of your teammates?
Well, my brother kind of dared me into this, and then I kind of wanted to play. And what was your other question?
Oh, well, what do your teammates and your schoolmates think of you being on Star Search?
They think it's pretty cool. Some of them are jealous, but I don't want to admit that to any of them. And they're really excited. All of the 7th graders came in, well, as far as I know, came in on Wednesday night and they voted. And they all said that they'd give, I know this is really bad, but they gave the other person 1 star and me 5 stars.
Oh, and now we're to the bottom of it, Molly. Now we know why you won. Okay, Molly, thanks, sweetie. You were great.
Thank you.
Good luck in the finals. We want to remind you guys that Star Search finals are coming up Wednesday night. Now it's at a special time, okay? It's 9 Eastern. That's 8 Central right here on CBS. And coming up, we're going to take you back to Qatar, where Julie Chen has found some of the delights of that desert country.
Hi, I'm Mel Tillis, and music is my life, and hearing is awfully important to me. That's why I rely on National Hearing Centers. National offers some of the finest hearing aids in the world at prices much lower than their competitors. So why pay more when you can get the best for less? Call National today or just stop by and say hello. Hey, they're in your neighborhood Walmart stores. You know, sometimes I may not talk too good, but I can sure hear good. Thanks to National. National Hearing Centers, the quality you expect at the prices you deserve.
Lysol presents Facts of Life. Fact: the more germs on an object, the more desirable it becomes. Fact: a child who shares nothing else will share the cold bug. Fact: Lysol spray is unbeatable at killing 99.9% of cold germs. Plus, Lysol is the disinfectant spray pediatricians recommend most. Fact: you can protect a child from anything but himself. Life demands Lysol. That's a fact.
Put down the glue gun and step away. Take me down to Pier 1. Get those creative juices flowing.
Can you lose that?
Yes, I can. I'm right behind you.
I told my friends I hand-painted all mine.
I like how they put all this together.
Yep, and you don't get arrested for touching things.
Hurry in to our dining sale.
This would make a cool window valance.
Your place definitely says,
I am Pam.
Pier 1, get in touch with your senses.
You gotta be who you wanna be. Do what you wanna do. Be who you wanna be. All you have to do is just be true to yourself.
Beauty is what happens in the Just My Size clothing collection, where everything is designed just for you. Just My Size fits who you are.
Do what you wanna do.
Beautiful pictures. Let's go back to Julie Chen in Qatar, which, as we've been reporting, will be the center of Organization for Any U.S. War with Iraq. Hi, Julie.
Hello again, Renee. The Pentagon chose Qatar as a local headquarters for several reasons, including its solid support for U.S. goals in the region. But what most Americans do not know about this tiny nation, which has a very progressive government and is extremely wealthy, is that it is the envy of many of its neighbors. When you come to Qatar, you think Aladdin's kingdom, a jewel, a tiny, glittering part of desert Arabia, almost completely surrounded by the sea. No bigger than Connecticut, as flat as Nebraska, and dripping with money, Qatar is a rich mixture of tradition and cutting edge, timelessness, and the latest. Many women wear veils, but it is not mandatory. They can vote, and their opportunities for education have increased dramatically in the past few years. There is not the stigma there once was about women working with men, and women's rights are high on the agenda. Dr. Sheha Al-Masnad is vice president of Qatar University.
Although women have advanced so much in this country in the last 5-6 years, is it taking away from the notion of having a traditional family and playing a traditional role?
I think the main emphasis now is giving the woman the right to choose.
There are certainly more opportunities for these young women in the very first year of pre-med at Cornell University's Qatar branch.
What is life like for an 18-year-old girl in this country?
It's great. Seriously, there's that whole concept that women here are so trapped and isolated. We don't really have that freedom. That's not true. We have the right to do anything we want to do.
Life is good not only for these young women. If you're even younger, Qatar is a playground, as these kids at a local mall have discovered. Family life here is highly valued, and families spend most of their downtime together. And because Qatar is part of the Arabian desert, camel racing is a must, one of the lighter tasks for these ships of the desert. And more serious pleasures for adults. Qatar has a population of about 750,000, more than half of whom are immigrant workers. The immigrants build the city and man the huge oil and gas plants which power the economy. No one knows quite how much natural gas lies off the shores of Qatar, but it is estimated that there is enough to heat every home in America for at least 100 years. And the great good fortune of Qatar means a wealth of diversions, boating, world-class golf, and of course, in the land of sheikdoms, beautiful Arabian horses. With all the glitter and the glitz, Qatar is still a religious country. There is an unusual amount of religious freedom in Qatar, but the traditional calls to prayer still ring out daily. And in this blessed kingdom by the sea, fishermen ply their ancient trade in the waters that have brought Qatar unimagined wealth and prosperity. As the threat of war with Iraq looms, this tranquil nation of Qatar seems a bit vulnerable because of its friendship with the United States. They are hoping for a safe outcome.
Yeah.
Renee?
All right, Julie, thanks, and see you soon.
Bye, Julie. Okay, we have a big correction to make. Egg on face. St. Patrick wasn't born in Portugal. You know, there's been a heated debate over the centuries about where he was born, but it wasn't Portugal. Somewhere in Great Britain.
Yeah. All right, and more debate to come, I'm sure. Yes,
Happy
right
St.
here on
Patty's
this
Day
set.
week.
I thought he was from Queens.
Yeah, I know, and I'm Irish. Oh, gosh.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Aaron, go, brah.
Tomorrow on The Early Show, we'll show you the right way to install your child's car seat. Plus, the beautiful Gwyneth Paltrow on her wacky new movie. Welcome aboard. So wake up to what's new on The Early Show.
You're 25 years old, and you've been dropped from your parents' health insurance policy. You're 65, or you're retiring, and you know Medicare alone won't give you the security you need to enjoy that retirement worry-free. Maybe you're recently divorced, an entrepreneur, or you're working for a company that doesn't offer health benefits. If any of this describes you and you live in Tennessee, call this toll-free number now. We're hearing stories like yours every day, ever since Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee introduced health insurance for individuals. Grateful people who tell us about how they were dropped, how they were too small, how they couldn't get a straight answer from other insurance companies until they called Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee. Call this number and you'll learn about which Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee plan for individuals is right for you. Call now. Insurance for individuals from Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee. More hospitals, more doctors, and more choices to call your own.
When company comes over this time of year, one of the things we like to talk about is our favorite fishing spot. Mine's right here at Shoney's, next to the fryer.
Now at Shoney's, we're serving company a country-style fish fry with our delicious golden fried buttermilk shrimp dinner for $7.99 and our crispy fish dinner for $5.99.
Hey, anybody seen my bobber? Shoney's. Man, we can't wait to have you over.
there was a time when service came with a smile. Stuff was made to last, and you could drive down the street to your neighborhood dentist and receive dependable quality care. Well, some things haven't changed. Castle Dental offers affordable, professional, and convenient care in your neighborhood. And Castle's friendly staff works with your insurance to make sure that care is cost-effective and reliable. You can count on it. This month, $49 initial exam and x-rays, 15% off same-day dentures. Call 1-800-TO-SMILE.
From your news and information leader. This is News Channel 5 This Morning.
Good morning, everybody. The time right now is 8:55. We'll get to your news in just a moment, but first let's get a check of the forecast with Leland.
Thank you, Kristen. On the weather front right now, we do have some of the rain showers in parts of the area. Take a look at Storm Target 5. That activity has been slowly working northward over some of the southern counties this morning. Satellite and radar together over the past several hours. See that swirl? That's an area of low pressure moving northward. Will weaken a little bit, but enough to give us that rain chance. For today, 65 degrees. Some of the southern counties a little cooler. Some of the northern counties, since your chances for rain are a bit less, you may be near 70 this afternoon. 53 for tonight. Tomorrow, thunderstorms are in, and we've got a thunderstorm chance in for Wednesday and for Thursday also. 73 on Wednesday, 70 on Thursday. Some heavier rain possible in the middle of the week. For now, we'll go 61 and 59 for Saturday and Sunday and say partly cloudy for the weekend ahead. But right now, as you saw last week, we're in an unstable pattern, so what looks good right now for the weekend could change by the time we get toward the middle of the week. Right now, let's get an update on traffic from Brian.
Thank you, sir. And as we take a look downtown on Broadway over I-40, things have thinned down nicely through here. Trying to wind up this crash 24 eastbound at I-40 downtown near the Silman Evans Bridge. 65 southbound before Long Hollow Pike. It is still slow through that stretch due to an early morning fender bender. Finishing up a crash 24 eastbound after Whites Creek Pike. Injuries in an accident out by the airport 40 eastbound before Donaldson Pike. Harding at Nolensville and Harding at I-65 crashes on the south side. I'm Brian Fortenberry, News Channel 5 Traffic. Kristen will be back with more news after this.
I'm Eddie. I play football.
I'm Eddie. I build houses.
I won the Heisman Trophy.
We won the National Builder of the Year Award twice.
I rushed for 1,000 yards 6 times.
We sold more homes in Nashville than anybody, ever.
I played in the Super Bowl.
I've got hair.
Looking for a new home in Nashville? PhillipsBuilders.net. And don't forget, our Eddie's got hair.
Lee Company, for your heating, cooling, electrical, and plumbing needs. Receive a free fall tune-up when scheduling your $79 spring tune-up. Take comfort with Lee.
Welcome back, everybody. Here's a look at a few stories making headlines for you this morning. Authorities believe they found the body of 10-year-old Emmett Ferguson. He's the boy who was swept away by floodwaters last month in Giles County. Ferguson and his 7-year-old sister Eliza drowned when their aunt attempted to drive across a flooded road. Now, authorities say 2 men fishing near a dock on the Elk River in Athens, Alabama, found the body. Meanwhile, a manhunt is underway in Robertson County for a suspected murderer. 23-year-old Bobby White was gunned down yesterday in a trailer park on Childress Street in Springfield. Police are now looking for 19-year-old Nevin McMurson. A Nashville cab driver survives a murder attempt and carjacking. Police say the cabbie, Ali Hussein, picked up a fare on Southgate Avenue in Woodbine yesterday. The man allegedly pulled a gun, shot the driver in the chest, and drove off in his cab. The cab was found a short time later. Now, the suspect, Titus Bradley, was picked up running down Nolensville Road. And be sure to join us today at 11 for midday. Charlie Neese will be here with the full forecast, and we'll have the latest on the Iraq crisis. Plus, the war with Iraq grows closer and closer, and many U.S. airlines say if that indeed does happen, their financial situation will go from bad to worse. We'll tell you what the airlines are doing to keep those planes flying. All that and more coming up today at 11 o'clock on midday. Have a great morning, everybody.
Buick defines style. Move up to the quality and comfort of a brand new Buick. LeSabre, ranked best full-size car in initial quality. Century, best premium midsize. The remarkable versatile rendezvous. Through March 31st, Buick Quality rewards current GM owners with a total of $3,000 cash back. Move up to Buick Quality now. See your nearest Buick dealer today.
has a light and refreshing squeeze of lemon. It's another delicious way to get your full serving of vegetables. In fact, sometimes it's the only way. Lemon Twist V8, a new way to drink smarter.
Elizabeth Smart News, pregnant in Hollywood, and Oprah, next ET.